Kamen Rider Build.
Hey YouTube, Kamen Rider here with my review of Kamen Rider Build, episode 37, I believe it's 37. If I got the number right or wrong, verbally, it'll be right in the description and the title, probably. Eventually, in the timeline, it'll be right. I looked it up right before I started recording, and then by the time I got the camera set up, I forgot. And, you know, it would take me upwards of 5 seconds to turn the computer back on and look it up. So, for now, it's 37. What if it is 37? I'm just talking for 30 seconds about my uncertainty of 37. Anyway, this review isn't about the number 37, but the episode 37. Probably. This was a very solid episode. There was only one real part that bugged me, but it was, other than that, a good episode. I'll get to the part that bugged me in a minute because I kind of talk about the episode chronologically. But basically, we get a little more exposition at the front because we left off on a cliffhanger last week with, oh no, Tower of Terror, literally. And then he's like, haha, the secret power is a switch. And then he's like, crap, you know, happens 1 out of 3 guys. I don't know the actual statistics on that, on bottle performance anxiety. But, it didn't work, and then the Princess Vaseline's like, boom, Vaseline powers, now you're slick. And then she poofed Sento and herself and the box out of there, and then she explained a bit more of the mysteries to us, as well as us as me. No, that was weird. Anyway, and Sento and, I almost said Ryuga. Well, I mean, you know what I mean, like, there is a character named Ryuga, but I was thinking of the Kamen Rider Ryuga in my head. Anyway, and Grease and Rogue, that's where the R came from. Anyway, she's explaining stuff, and she basically explained, which is something I was curious about, because I felt like it could have gone either way, but she explained that Evolt is not Martian. I honestly thought he could be Martian or from another planet. I thought he might just be like a crazy Martian radicalist or something, but he's from another planet, and she just says like, oh, his race is powerful, look what one of them did, and then that she separated him, like from his soul. I think that's different than the Ryuga thing, because the Ryuga thing was something he did. It just confused me for a second because someone mentioned like, think of it like body and mind, but the Ryuga thing he did, I'm like 99% sure was separate, but she's basically separated his power, his body, which is who we've been following, and then his core powers in the Pandora box, and she, talks about that. And then Sento's like, aha, I found another hidden file. Like, we got a power up. It's a little rectangle that comes, like the Pandora box folds into it. And I'm kind of back and forth on it. We'll see how it develops, because obviously it seems to be a part of Evil's plans. Like, he wanted to do this, which is something he reveals, which I'll get to in a second. But I thought after Rabbit Rabbit Tank Tank, we were done with the, oh man, look, how did I forget this file? There was another one right here. Wait, right here, there's another file. Like, that's another power-up. Like, I was kind of tired of that. But we're not getting the full-blown, next form, which is Genius, I believe? It's the one with all the bottles everywhere. We saw a photo of it a while back. But we didn't get that in this episode, obviously. But, he finds, oh, he had a secret plan, and he hid this file. And then, here's the part of the episode I wasn't a huge fan of. Like, I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, boo, and like throwing popcorn at the screen. I just thought it was needless. Like, Grease, it was really funny because Sawa shows up, and she's like, why is Rogue here? And he like broods off, and like it's really funny because he kind of goes away like, oh, I'm a cool broody like Japanese character, like with my long hair and my trench coat, and then he comes out of the fridge. Like, I thought it was really funny. And then Grease is like, hey, let's go somewhere, like we're gonna go get a Wendy's. No, they went to go fight, and it was like, no, don't stop it, you stop it right now. No, he was like, don't think, there we go, don't think I forgot that you took out the Yu-Gi-Oh brothers that were really annoying looking characters, and I'm glad they're not on the show anymore. And then, or the brother, one of them, the dude with the ridiculous hair. And he's like, and I was like, this really isn't the time for it. It kind of reminded me of, if anyone's watched the Gotham finale, when Penguin's like, I brought Book back just to kill him, because don't think I forgot about revenge, Tabby. So Penguin shows up, he shoots both of them. I'm like, whoa, Penguin versus Evolt? This is gonna be crazy. No, I'm just kidding. But that's not what happened. But basically, it was just kind of needless. He wants to fight him for what he did, but it's not like a, I'm gonna kill you way. It's just like, I'm gonna beat you, and when I beat you, I say what happens. And he beat Rogue, and he's like, here's what happens. You're gonna work with us. He was working with you anyway. So yeah, I just thought that was needless. Like, it seems like something they should have addressed, yes, because there is times where, like in Q-Ranger, when they, for quite a while, didn't address the animosity between Orange and Champ over the professor. Like, I'm like, yeah, you think that would come up. And so, I do like that they addressed it, but I don't think they needed to take time out in the middle of the conflict to do it. I don't know, it just seemed needless, honestly, like fluff. It was just kind of stupid. But anyway, then we get to the battle stuff, and Ryuga Evolt's, you know, leading a charge, and they're fighting against him. And there was a scene before where Misora begged Sento not to go because she's tired of him not thinking of himself and, you know, rushing into battle with all these dangerous risks and dangerous experiments. And then Build winds up being risky anyway, you know, and he puts the rectangle in his driver, and he's like, haha, you thought Megazords were blocky. And it gives him like superpowered tank, and then Stalk's like, ha 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 ha, that was, but like more evil. More evil, get it? Anyway, like, he like was my plan all along, and he basically reveals he is for sure full-on Reverse Flash. Like, his story when he was revealed to us back when we found out he was owner very much reminded me of Reverse Flash. You know, he's manipulating our heroes for a goal, but he kind of bonded with them. That was very much Reverse Flash season 1 of The Flash. And this was even more so, where like the whole point of everything he's been doing, dating back to Sento's dad till now with the build system development, is about getting things to a point where he can basically gain all of his power back. Just like Reverse Flash, season 1 of The Flash, needed Barry so that they could get enough Speed Force energy so that he could go home. I don't think Evolt's trying to go home, he's just trying to be evil. But very much reminds me of that. I do like that. I do like that about it. I think it makes it kind of interesting in a way. I'll be interested to see how it fully fleshes out. But, yeah, but then Bill's like, haha, me and my dad also knew your trickery, so we knew that if we stood really close together and you put your hand inside me and I go like this, it doesn't look weird at all. Like, does this look weird? Like, seriously, on screen it was doing that. Like, it looked awkward. And, but then Evolt's like, haha, you didn't win after all. I turned you into Kaito from, not Kaito, wait, yeah, Kaito from Gaim. Kaito is the guy's name, right? Yeah, Kazuraba Kaito. There we go. But, no. Whatever. Gaim. For whatever reason, I'm forgetting Gaim's main name, but like, you know, how he looked after he became an entity or a god or whatever. And so he's like, it was a double cross. It was just kind of funny when you think about it. Because Evolt's like, muhaha, it's my plan all along. Rabbit's like, haha, I knew your plan. I just called him Rabbit. What is he? Rocket? Anyway, but he's like, ha, I knew your plan. He's like, no, I know your plan. No, I know your plan. No, I know your hand. White hair. That's how it happens. If you just like usurpers, I don't know words in this one again, guys, each other's plans long enough, you get white hair. So now, he's got Sento's body, boom, we get the rabbit version of the costume, which is basically like the standard rabbit helmet, well, like the standard build helmet with rabbit on it, but it's got like little bits of different design to it, which looks pretty good. I like how that totally surprised me. Like, I honestly thought he was just going to use them against them, and both forms were catalyzed by him taking over their bodies, which I probably was in a scan somewhere, but like when we first saw the pictures, I first thought it was them getting a version of the suit, and then I was like, oh, it's just power-ups, but then he uses them. I'm going to assume eventually that he'll be able to use all 3 of those without having to have anybody's body. I mean, you know, the protagonist's body. Because in this episode, I was actually thinking, I wonder how long they're going to have Ryuga as Stalk lasts. Because he's a main character, and since he's not the main character, I could see them dragging it out a little bit longer. But with Sento, we have, what, like 13 episodes, maybe 10, 11. Like, we have a good chunk left that you couldn't have your main protagonist actor being the villain. It would be ballsy, that'd be cool, but there's definitely going to be something that happens. Curious if he's going to go back in Owner's body, just be in the Rider suit body, maybe pull like a Dino Thunder and just be a clone of the Owner's body because the actor did such a good job at it. I don't know. One of my main questions also and takeaways from this episode is I'm really curious if we will learn anything about Evolt's race. You know, are they a destructive race, or is it kind of like us where you have balance of good and evil? Is it only good and he's a bad seed? I think that could just be something that very much might be left just up to he's a generic powerful alien. I could totally see that happening, but it's a question that I would love to see explored. If not in the series, it would be cool to maybe get like a V-Cinema or something later, or a subject of a movie. I think that could be really cool to explore. Again, it's just a throwaway line, but it interests me. But overall, solid episode despite the brief, like, Grease Rogue Detour duel. I would give it an 8.5. Anyway, until next time, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. It's Dawson Rider, signing out.